Okay, I think Young. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, now we're back. So with the bans
Oh,
that we're going to be having for today, it's going to be the Gwen, the Aatrox, and the Akali that we have right now. This is going to be way... Look at the respect that they have here. They have the respect against Meliodas with the Gwen. They have the Akali getting banned because Y1 and BMM plays a really mean Akali. So in the mid lane, they do have a lot of options still. I mean, a Garen is still a good pick. A Renekton would be a good answer here if ever. A Jace is going to be picked for the first one here on the side of Laos because there's a potential for a Jace here for the first pick.
Cancel Jace, as it is present here. Laos should be taking it up, definitely. Especially after the buff on the Jace. I mean, like Otulus mentioned earlier, there was no need for a buff on the Jace, but yeah, it still
Yeah.
was given onto him. But they are having other interest in sight. The Yone, which deals a significant amount of damage, of course, and
Yeah.
gives a big impact as well, especially with the Fate Sealed. But Jay should be available now for Team Vietnam.
Ooh.
Actually, still, the Camille being picked up.
Yeah.
No
I mean,
Jace?
that's good, actually. That's actually good. Having the Camille against the Yone, you can't really get away even if you use the Soul Unbound after going for the Hextech Ultimatum. And I like this Zoe second pick because most of the time when you pick the Zoe on the second rotation, she's going to be banned because there's not a lot of options anymore. They banned the... Remember, they banned the Senna, they banned the Ziggs. So the only options that they have here is going to be the Lux. And that could be banned with the second rotation.
Oh, there's gonna be a Blue Moon to Sky on the Z here for Team Laos after picking up a Nautilus too. Awesome, really surprising here for Team Vietnam though, as they pick up the Zoe very early on into the picking phase. Jay should be, taken away now by this point in the second banning phase, given, the champions that they have prioritized in the first picking phase. I love the Gragas though, because I can still recall the match wherein there was a Yona. I believe it was Team Cambodia versus Team Singapore, wherein SSK on the Gragas did so much. We're canceling the engage of the Yone player at that time against Team Cambodia, and it was just a big blunder for them. This time, with the Gragas on the Team Vietnam, a lot of plays can be made open again for their side.
Yeah, and also this is what I'm saying. This is why it's great to go for the pick with the Zoe on the first rotation because what you'll have here is that the Lux is going to be banned. You don't really have a lot of options after that point. You do have a Zeri, but it's not going to be as effective like what happened during the Singapore game a while back. But here on the side of Vietnam, they're really well set already. With this composition, they can play another jungler if they may, because there's a lot of engage anyway. A Kha'Zix would be perfect against the Yone, because after the Hextech Ultimator, after that fact, you can just burst down whoever is really close to you guys. But with the Gragas still on their hands, it's safe to say that the engage that Laos has here is not gonna be made easy, and double down on it with the Riven too on the next pick.
Yeah, a lot of execution damage here on the side of Team Laos. The one from the Yone, the one from the Z, the one from the Riven. Lots of damage can be thrown
Okay.
out. None of which though is AP, so they do need a mage here, and it's going to be the Morgana, which it can do a lot of work. Plus, I guess the crowd control is a big factor here for Team Laos. You have the Dark Binding that can render you AFK for hours. And Team Vietnam has to be very careful in here since they don't have
Yeah,
a really
there you go.
proper front line. Aside from, yeah, you do have the Camille, the Gragas, and now the Renekton. Lots of ways can be made here by Team Laos still, especially with their aggressive composition. They will surely be going in. And with the Nautilus and the Morgana, that is a big combination for those crowd controls.
Yeah, with the CCs that they have, it's already good. They do have the DPS. Both of our teams do have a lot of options here. And what I like about this for the side of Team Vietnam, though, is that there's something different here for Vietnam. What do they have is that this Zed against the Renekton is going to be a good pick. Even with BMM, with this Camille in the mid lane, is also going to be a good answer here because with that, it's not going to be easy for the Zed to go for the snowball. That's why I love having bruisers in the mid lane if it's against a Zed, because that's not going to be an easy lane rather than having, for example, a Corki illusion in the mid lane. Zed is just going to dominate that lane.
Yeah, I mean, Zed can do wonders, and especially with the amount of mobility on this champion as well. They can leverage down on more picks here all throughout the game. But let's see who's going to be coming on top of this. Team Laos and Team Vietnam trying to get their first win. Only one shall prevail. And let us know in the comment section who are you rooting for sure. Team Laos or Team Vietnam.
Yeah. And with this compositions that we do have, we can definitely see what the Team Vietnam wants to go for here. They want to go for picks. They want to go for the 1v1s. Yes, they don't have a lot of AoEs with their composition, but they can lock down one target, and that's big value already for them. Considering that Laos does have a lot of damage sources, this is going to be good for Team Vietnam, because one down, if they take down one of the DPS sources, it's going to be easy enough, because this bot lane doesn't really deal a lot of effective damage compared to how this other half of the map, the other the trio on the side of Laos, it will be way more significant.
The Morgana might be a problem though to Team Vietnam, especially on Genda's side, because the Sleepy Trouble Bubble can be denied here with the Black Shield. And Team Vietnam, they have a couple of choices here and options for their engages, especially with BMM on the Camille. So eyes on him later on, as well as Akino for their engages, because Y1 is just gonna be looking to bully Rapunzel into the top lane, and we're even seeing Akino first minute rotating already, just checking if ever Rapunzel would go even the tiniest bit of aggressive here in top lane, since Genza is just relatively safe here. Top lane, G-Force 1 is also here, but not much threat being shown yet by both of our teams.
Yeah, and so far, what they can do here is just to take over this top lane. This is a matchup that is not going to be easy. They had to make a choice. Their choice is going to go for the top side.
Yeah, double down. Skazik joins the fight. Meliodas blowing them up. Even Rapunzel dies with that ignite, as now Team Vietnam gets 2 in exchange for Akino. It's a sizable lead that they got.
Yeah, great lead. The way they started that fight, though, is that 3 people have already rotated into the top side. Akeno, with that rotation on the top side, that just netted them a lot of space, a lot of advantages here, and that's why they got the confidence. Even if they're not level 5, it's still okay, because Rapunzel was level 3. That's why they're confident that they can take the kill.
Yeah, and it manifested their win as well here towards the top side fight. Now, with the 1,000 gold advantage onto their side, especially with Y1 getting a kill and an assist there. He is already closer towards his first item, and against Rapunzel, that is a big deal for sure in terms of having, you know, control in your lane. We're even seeing him transfer towards the mid lane right now to just match against BMM alongside with their supports. But Laos has to, they have to find ways to get some picks here. Here comes G-Force, just doing some damage onto Akino, but not much has been felt here by this Gragas. Can also heal up with the Honey Fruit.
Yeah. And not a lot of things to go for, except for the objectives that's going to be coming up in just a bit. And we said it a while ago, this is going to be a different style bot lane that we do have in the Dragon Lane side of the map. I'm not really expecting a lot of wave clear from Genza compared to what Yanan could bring to the table, because their wave clear is going to be way more massive. But look at top side.
Another guy
ready to get Blue Moon.
Yeah, Hextech Ultimatum is available as well, so he's immediately locked down under the tower. Triple J though is doing significant work with a good Slayer of CC, so that's a one for one trade, and with the resources sent out by Team Vietnam, it's completely denied. Oh, the Dredge Line though unfortunately hits a ranged minion, so they won't be able to catch Y1 as Team Vietnam just scatters away.
Forces Desperado out of Blue Moon under the turret, and they weren't still able to get the kill there. They weren't able to pull off the ultimate from Akeno. A cast could have been great to disrupt the Shurikens, but top side.
Yeah, Y1 might just get blown up. G-Force flashes away. Meliodas has his own flash. Getting that trade-off as now fight breaks out in the top side river. Akeno will use the cast. Here goes BMM. They get the outplay as now Blue Moon looks to just disengage. Vietnam will be happy with that kill.
Yeah, getting another kill, and now bot side. Look at Genza.
Ooh, just one. Oh no! But he's still fast.
Yeah.
Good kill. Team Vietnam.
Yeah.
2-4-1. In fact, again. And a 4,000 goal lead at 5 minutes into the game. Pretty good here for our red side team.
Really smart to actually go for the counter there, having the Morgana against the Zoe. But the problem there is if you can't really deal with the raw damage that the Genza could deal with, this is just really hard. Now, look at them just stalling on this referral.
Yeah, more members on the side of Team Laos for now, as Genza is still so far
Oh,
away. Meliodas
dead.
gets bursted down. A double kill by Blue Moon is a disaster here for Team Vietnam. Look at Blue Moon just wrecking on them right now. Triple kill, in fact, as they get everything on the board. Only Triple J got taken out. Now that leaves a big responsibility for Genza, but a big damage on the Blue Moon. No slap by RH, so no assist, and Laos will still get this RH.
Yeah, great take from Laos. Getting the kill on Meliodas, Blue Moon was able to make wonders on that kill. Using the death mark, getting the kill on Meliodas, just scrambled the members of Vietnam and they didn't know what to do. They weren't converged on one target, and that's exactly what they want to do with this composition. They need to go for picks. They need to go for one kills every time. But as long as they don't get a kill on a single target, Laos could just take the advantage there.
Yeah, and they should double down on this right now. That's a lot of kills that Blue Moon has taken in that fight. Quickly having the gold advantage against BMM as well. Now, with the Mountain Dragon being started by Team Vietnam, I think Team Laos are just a little bit too late since they are also piling on towards top side with the Rift Tail. Nice cash though on Triple J and immediately gets deleted across the map.
Yeah, great use of the Trouble Bubble, and that kill was enough to stop them from getting anything more. What's great about this is Laos was able to get a tower on the top side, but look at the gold lead. It's still 3k. Oh, got flashed in.
Yeah, a dive, nice death mark being used to try and avoid some of the damage. Ignite, not enough to get the kill. Nice outplay here by Blue Moon.
Surviving again and again, but the punishment here is that this bot lane tower is just gonna fall down, and Vietnam is just gonna be happy with it. But Keno, I think he's not gonna be happy.
That's a fate still available. I wasn't able to use it, unfortunately. And that's gonna allow Akino to stay alive. I love the battles we have been seeing on and on again. None are giving any breaks onto each other. And still, we are seeing the gold reflecting a little bit better on the side of Team Vietnam. But I'm liking the fight that Laos is putting up against them.
Yeah, but a 4k gold lead just says a lot about how Vietnam has been playing around their resources since a while ago. They do have all their items up on both sides, but this is not going to be significant just yet until the next objective that's going to come in. But I think Y1 is in trouble here.
Yeah, he has to pop in the Dominus lock effect by Laos there, but that can actually going to be going in once Bouncy executed made a nice stasis to deny that. As now Laos looks to fight back or flee rather, as Triple J gets blown up. Now Vietnam going in once more. The bubbles are coming. The paddle stars are being a big problem here for Team Laos. Oh no. Okay. It's safe.
Not gonna continue though, but this tower in the mid lane is looking like it's gonna fall down. That's such damage. Oh, what?
Yeah, Blue Moon's gonna survive. Fate sealed here by GeForce 1. Gets a trade-off against doing actually a lot of work. Almost gets a kill onto Akino, but here comes Rapunzel. No wind slash, unfortunate. No flash as well. Being slowed down. Akino is just slowly but surely running off to safety.
Was able to run away. They got the kill. They got the shutdown. They really needed that right now, but Akino, body slam.
Yep. Into the Renekton engage. Y1 though is being CC chained, but nice damage coming up. GeForce 1 still stays alive, and Meliodas has to fall back. Nice wind slash here by Rapunzel. Even manages to back away. BMM going up in a good fight. Blue Moon chasing. Meliodas gets the kill, but here comes Genza as well in the equation. Camille falls down, and Laos continues to throw in the punches.
Great play from the side of during that whole fight, and Vietnam just went in one by one. The frustration from the first kill, they had to trade something out, but they weren't able to do anything. Laos just played their space around CCs, and Vietnam would answer with anything.
that puts a big problem right now into the team fighting of Team Vietnam. The aggressive force of Laos is just too much for them. And all those CC chains, all those just Blue Moon's burst, and also G-Force and Rapunzel, when they are added onto each other, onto the Vietnam, it becomes a big problem for them. And actually did not connect in there. How did that happen? But Akano still fall down. BMM has to fall back. Ends up with a battle start and a flash in by Y1 completely deletes Rapunzel out of the map. Have to fight more. Here comes the shackles here by Yan and Throne, and they get the answer back once again.
Laos played that so well. Getting that kill on Rapunzel didn't really phase them. They just went in target for target. The backline was important because they know that Genza is the biggest threat right now on the map against their side. And Vietnam weren't able to protect them that much because when they go to the backline, when they go for the death mark to the Fate Sealed, Genza is just going to be dead in the water.
Oh my gosh. This starting a big mountain to climb, not for Team Laos, but Team Vietnam now. And we hyped them so much before the match has started. We saw some of the mistakes that Team Laos has made over the course of the game. But as they stack up, as they continue to fight back, we see them really landing those strikes onto Team Vietnam. G-Force doing so much, especially with Blue Moon in the equation. And now as they group up here for the next Dragon, I don't even think Team Vietnam can actually fight this, but with the paddle star connecting onto G-Force.
Oh no, he made a mistake!
No! Big mistake! Triple J gets deleted after that edge line connected on the terrain. That will give the Ocean Drake Team Vietnam.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a free Drake after that, but oh, look at that Genza.
Yeah. Nice stasis though by Genza to deny that.
G-Force
that
1 is dead too. Yeah,
another stasis. Nice flash away. He
What's
dodges
that?
the bomb. The cast though is gonna be a big problem as they look to fight back. Meliodas going in the front. Genza as well in trouble. One paddle stars should connect and secure the double for Genza. Team Vietnam just got tired of it all.
And Genza again. The spotlight is on this man, getting that sleeping trouble bubbles to the paddle stars. As long as he's free to rain down on them, they're just gonna be falling one by one. That charge gonna come in.
Yeah, this depth charge is gonna pose a big problem. Akano is just too far away from his allies. Sacrificial Kragas here in this game.
Good kill to their side. Just the mistakes, or at least the cracks in the armors of Vietnam. But even though that happens, even though their kills are at par with each other, look at the gold lead. It's almost 7k. That just says a lot about how this team Vietnam knows how to play around their lanes. They have a lot of towers down. 3 towers are down on the side of Laos, and use of that. Even if they lose a bit of space from the champion kills that we're seeing around the map, I think Vietnam still has the better macro.
Yeah, and it's reflecting on the gold here. A while ago, they have 3,000 gold lead, 4,000 gold lead. Now it's even going towards 6,000, despite them kind of losing in some of the team fights. So good overall macro, like what you mentioned. Y1 gonna be piled upon here by Moon and Rapunzel. Nice stasis though to delay that burst. And Akino, it's even they don't have vision here in the bot lane as well, split pushing.
Yeah. I thought that they're gonna be committing there for side of Laos, because if they commit at that point, they could have found opportunities at place, because BMM is at the bot side. They get it in order for them to take them and just take some risk. Because as long as Vietnam has this advantage, Genza is just free ring with those paddle stars, and that's gonna be a hard fight, a hard position to be in. So Laos needs to take some risk here and risk to try and take Genza out. Because also, shutdown goals could be that's just free if Genza just gets taken away.
Absolutely. Genza responsibility alive in this map, in this game. He is dealing an obnoxious amount of damage here to Team Laos. Even as in this game, Triple J again. That's the second time already. A big mistake. So this is a 4v5 fight. Here comes G-Force 1. So is gonna bound him once more here, back to his initial position. Team Vietnam is just eyeing on securing this tower in the top lane. Team Laos Looks to fight back, but they need to be very careful of the trap here of Team Vietnam.
Yeah, verify every target that they see around the map. A while ago, they didn't have any vision at this top side of the map. They tried to go and contest some vision. Vietnam was at the ready. They're gonna be helping. I think JJ is gonna be a key here for them to get some vision for the Baron, because the Baron could be threatened here by the side of Vietnam. But there's also an objective coming out. The Infernal Drake is gonna be up in like 2 minutes. So Laos needs to try and take another objective down. They do have some towers, at least now they have two. It's gonna be a fight that Genza. This is a fight that Genza wants to go for. Look at this. Look at the amount of walls that they have here.
But it's also picked up already by Genza.
Bubble.
Oh no! Nice stasis though to delay the fact of that burst and actually goes with a fate seal, but immediately gets blown away here by Vietnam as now Genza is on a killing spree, still throwing on those battle stars, free hitting in this fight. Team Laos suddenly collapsing, having the worst possible nightmare. Oh no, they were having a good time a while ago, but suddenly the fun is over, says Team Vietnam. Yeah, they're going for the game, man.
Yeah, they're wanting to end this game, and I think they're just going to be wanting to kill on Rapunzel here, and that's going to be it. For the Nexus, Vietnam just showed us how to play macro, how to play our rap, and Genza, the star of the show there, for the side of Team Vietnam, just played so well. That Sleepy Trouble Bubbles to the Paddle Stars.